So good morning, everyone. Just adjusting technical things. Can you hear me okay? Great, great. So yes, good to see the chat and where we're calling in from. If we haven't sat together before, I'm Rochelle and I'm in San Diego. And it's cold this morning. Actually, I have my winter coat on, which I can usually do without, but it's cold. So I'm enjoying the coolness actually. So I really want to start by saying I'm grateful for this community and our chance to continue to practice together every day. And I, in the last 2 or 3 days, as some of you or many of us may have been feeling, have had a lot of different range of emotions going on with the state of affairs in our country. And I was inclining myself to want to share and wasn't sure what the best or most supportive way to offer that might be. And then I landed last night in a conversation with my mother, and it became very clear what I could offer to the community this morning. So I personally, this is my own view, have been watching what's unfolding in the last few days through the lens of course, someone who practices supporting people to heal from trauma. And what I see is a lot of deeply wounded people acting out, and that has been caused from someone who is deeply wounded. And can be hard for us to want to go to that, where we may feel like we need to continue to take action and help support, getting our country back together in particular ways. But my view on this is not to continue to polarize or create more conflict, but to come together. And why my mother enters this equation, I've kind of been waiting for this whole pandemic and the experience of actually the last 4 years of the president being in power. My parents support them, that party and him, my mother in particular. And it's been hard. We just haven't had the conversations I would have loved to have had. And they live in a very rural, agriculturally driven community. And I can see why and how they came to the place that they were in this view. And I was really feeling a lot of helplessness, hopelessness, and overwhelm for myself and taking care of myself through my practice, this community. My mom actually reached out last night. I didn't reach out to her. She reached out. She wanted to know how I was doing. And I was honest for the first time, actually, probably in 4 years, with a very direct, not good. This isn't good. And wasn't sure what that response would elicit. And she had different views that she wanted to share about the experience. And I just said, Mom, I'm concerned about his mental health and the mental health of everyone that thinks that what happened is okay. I can't understand that. From just a simple, how we can walk healthily in our minds, bodies, and hearts through life. And it opened a door, and she agreed. And I thought, wow, this gift of my way of seeing the world actually opened a door for a conversation I didn't think was possible. And we actually talked for about maybe 20 minutes about this topic. And I was able to hear her. I was able to challenge in ways with a kind heart, with a compassionate heart. And to just invite, can we look at this from a different lens? Can we come together? And she agreed. She actually said, I think we share the agreement that we don't want so much divisiveness. And I said, this is great news. So how do we keep coming together through this? So I don't know where the rest of this conversation will go, but I now feel an opening, and I just felt inclined to share that with the community because I feel that the goodness of my practice and the support of having a community where I can come together with and know the power of healing and relieving suffering from within is what will and can make change. I don't know a better place to be connecting and spending my time to be able to let that, be directed in whatever way it can. And so, however you're viewing what is unfolding and where we'll need to come together, I believe that the good of our practice, that the wholesomeness that arises when we can be present within and to another and what's arising around with love and compassion, we'll act skillfully, right? So, just trusting that that's what we're cultivating together. And the possibility that that has to help continue to transform. And it can be easy. And I know for myself, I kind of got glued to the TV on the 6th, and I don't typically do that. And I just couldn't, help but feel the overwhelm of all that. So this morning I thought I would share just practice of support to work when our arousal systems get so overwhelmed and flooded, how we can rest back in internally to support working through that difficulty. And so I will be leading us in a practice this morning of settling into our bodies, into groundedness. And then from that space, we have more capacity to go towards the things that might be really feeling overwhelming. So if that's been present for you, if you felt, the knots grabbing at your stomach, or I know my heart kind of felt like it had been gripped and shaken, actually, in the good of what humanity is struggling with right now. That we can use the practice internally to work with that sense of whatever those difficulties of intensity might be in the body and the mind and the heart. And so as we practice together today, I'll be offering support with instructions on how to really move towards that with the goodness of the support of our grounded, body aware, present and alive in this moment stability. So, and then I wanted to just read a quote from Mother Teresa, actually. Let's see. It's a very simple quote, actually. A quote from her is, "We do not need guns and bombs to bring peace. We need love and compassion." So let's sit together, cultivating that within ourselves to support that, to heal and bring peace in whatever directions we can. So with the sound of the bowl, you can settle into the posture that your body is best supported by. Taking that care and time to really allow yourself to arrive into a posture that supports you in this moment for this practice. And sometimes that means really attuning and listening to the way that our bodies are in the moment, to then choose. Do we need a more restful, relaxed, restorative posture? Do we need a posture that's a bit more invigorated, engaged, alert? As you allow your body to settle into the posture that feels best, let's take care to feel and sense the inner conditions that are here as you settle into practice. Maybe the mind has been gripped in trying to understand, figure out, make sense. Maybe the body's been tense, restless, agitated. Maybe the heart aching, worried. And to trust that by becoming aware of what's here, kindly meeting it, acknowledging it, is the goodness of our practice. So no need to figure anything out, no need to resolve anything. Allow yourself to just feel into this body, the posture that you've chosen. Take care and time to feel the connection points that your body has with support. And as you feel this support, can you allow your body to rest, to really receive a sense of the stability of the earth beneath you and the support. And actively scanning the body to just see, is there any place you're holding on, that there's accumulated tension. Sometimes we hold this at the jaw or the neck or the shoulders. And it can be skillful to intentionally move, shift, and adjust. Opening and closing the jaw, maybe moving the neck so that the body really has a chance to relax and to feel more open. We're now becoming aware of this body, attending to the sensation, expressions that are here in this moment. You might choose to let the awareness envelop the whole of the body, or you might choose a particular place. And just begin to attend moment to moment, to become present to the sensory movements of your body. Maybe this is to orient to the senses themselves, to rest into the landscape of sound. Maybe you choose to let the eyes Be the windows to receive what's here. Or the sense of touch. Feeling into the moment-to-moment arising and passing of sensations. Not changing them, not directing them, just bringing a kind attention. Maybe beneath the surface of the skin you become aware of the sensations of tingling, pulsing, really allowing the awareness to investigate more deeply within the body, to become present to the experiences of sensation within this body. Maybe you feel the sensations that thread through the body as we breathe. No matter where our attention moves and is pulled in particular ways, we can always choose. And in this moment, choosing to just rest in presence and awareness to this body. And now I'll invite you, you can continue to just feel and sense presence and awareness of body. And choosing, if you like, to get curious if you can really feel into this body in this moment, where your body is present to the sense of stability, groundedness. Allowing your attention to root in this particular place in your body. You might simply feel this at the contact points of support. Or you might feel this in the sense of solidity, density, weightedness of the body. And allow yourself to just rest in feeling and sensing these qualities of stability and groundedness that are present in your body. Maybe these qualities are present in one particular place of the body, maybe, or felt throughout a particular region. And just really resting in awareness of these sensations as they make themselves known. And you can feel the qualities and expressions of what groundedness and stability is like in this body in this moment. Maybe even including how this is felt and supported by gravity, by the earth. These forces of nature that are here around us and within us. And I invite you now, just allow yourself to attune to any difficulties that may have been here or are still here. The ache of the heart, the tightness of the body, the worry of the mind. Not with the need to go calling it back or making it happen, but just inviting your attention to scan through and see if there's anything that is of difficulty here in this moment. Maybe it's the ache or a knot in the stomach, a mind that feels tired. And can you for a moment just kindly be present to that, held in this space of awareness and presence to your body. And it can be helpful as you begin to attend to what might be more difficult, bringing that to foreground. To choose when it feels helpful to just rest back into the groundedness and stability that is within your body and that is available from the support around us. So gently in your own way, in the way that feels best for you, opening your heart, mind, and body towards bringing awareness of whatever's been difficult. Holding it in loving awareness. And remembering at any time we can rest rest back into just this body, the stability, groundedness, support that's here. Moving back and forth as you choose. With love, with compassion, allow yourself to open to what's here. As best we can, not getting lost in the reactive habits of mind. Just welcoming the difficulties, letting them be held here. Present to the arising and passingness. Supported in love. Let go of the efforting. Let go of the need to fix it. Let it be here. Whatever it is. you're drifting, if you're being distracted, if you're wandering off, notice and come back. So it's just habits. Let presence to this moment and turning towards the challenges that are here be held. And always remembering you can anchor into the stability of the ground and the earth, and the remembering that this community is sitting with, turning towards with you. Whatever it is that's difficult, collectively holding care and love and compassion for the suffering, whatever it is that's here. And so resting into that goodness too for support. Continue to move towards and be present with whatever it is, the challenges that are here. And as we come into the last few minutes, just feeling the goodness that's been cultivated from practice. And how this goodness can radiate and permeate out into the world, the natural world, into our connections with others, into humanity. Offering gratitude for the insight to know how to choose to cultivate love, compassion amidst whatever conditions are arising. And gratitude for this community. The supportive, loving presence of this community. May it be a place to lean into, to ground into, to find support with, to take skillful action in whatever the challenges are that we meet. And may our practice be to the benefit and to the ease and to the relief of suffering in all beings. Mm. So, I hope this practice offers just a little way to incline our awareness to support meeting what's going on. And, to remember how we can fall back into the groundedness and stability of just being right where we are in our bodies, and the connection of the support of the natural world and each other, and how that can give rise to, hopefully, skillful actions. I feel that's what availed itself last night, and was definitely not a planned, knowing, gonna do this to help our world moment. It was just out of that moment of my practice. So I just want to remind everybody that, if you can offer any kind of a donation or support to our community, it would be gratefully appreciated. We are trying to bring these practices out in different ways, and Mark has found someone who can help us to take and get more information out in the world. So Kelly will put up Donna link if you don't mind checking that out. If you haven't in a while, I just would encourage you, because it supports where we can continue to bring these teachings into other people's lives. And then also, if you're just wanting and curious what I'm up to, Kelly's going to put up a link for my schedule. Have some things going on, have something starting tomorrow. You can check it out on the website. And this particular practice, actually, that I led this morning was modified from a book that I have coming out in June. It's called Healing with Nature. It's also on the site, and there's a link for that if you want to check it out. So, with all of that, just love to be together. So good to see all of you on a weekend. And we will be together again tomorrow. Dilpid, I cannot pronounce her name correctly. Hopefully Kelly can give me the nod that that was close. Will be with us tomorrow. And I think she's joining us from abroad, so over the pond, so to speak. She's lovely, and we'll be here to support practice.
Yes, Ditild from
Ditild
Germany.
from Germany. Thank you. So she'll be with us tomorrow, and then Mark back on Monday. So be well. Great to be together. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.